alive and awake in you as we turn to a special guest today. Cheryl Hodge is joining us. Yep, ably supported by Kathy Angel and Robin. And so let's have some wonderful music. Welcome, Cheryl.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here. Sing along. It's a congregational. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Even now I am able, even now I am free, even now I can feel the Spirit washing over me, even now I can find the love in everyone I see, even now I am free, even now, come on. Even now I am healthy, even now I am whole, even now I can feel the Spirit deep down in my soul, even now I can choose a path of peace and harmony, even now I am, one more time. Even now I am healthy, even now I am whole, even now I can feel the Spirit deep down in my soul, even now I can choose a path of peace and harmony, even now I am free, even now I am free. All right.
Good morning, everybody. Take a minute to say hi to somebody you haven't met yet. And if you're online, take a moment to type in the chat and welcome the community.
Ready? 3, 4. Come on now. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. 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 My soul is welcome here.
Good morning. I'm Joanne, Allison, your practitioner for today, and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living in Bellingham. And I invite you to join me in the invocation. So know with me that there's a divine spirit operating through all things. It's within me and within you, and it's this source of our very being. It is the one. And we rest in this place today, knowing that Spirit is guiding us always. And today I open my heart and I open my mind and I stay grounded in Spirit as we listen to the wonderful music, the conversation, and the talk that's about to come from Dr. Andrea about rascals, coyotes, and laughter. So I'm awake and ready, and so it is.
When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Please join. I pray. I feel my soul go deeper, my soul go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my soul go deeper, my soul go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray.
My love, here we go.
When I pray, I feel my love go deeper, my love go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my love go deeper, my love go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray.
So just a little footnote to this song. This song is about magic. It's about a place of magic, Shambhala, which is like Shangri-La. We decided they're very similar tales. A place where magic goes anywhere it wants to. It's kind of goes with the message today, I think. Andrea agreed, and we would love for you to join us. I don't think we have the words up on this, but it's going to come back to you if any of you lived in the 70s. Anybody here have bell-bottom pants in the 70s? Oh, well, then we have no problem. This is a song by Three Dog Night called Shambhala. Clap if you want. Wash away my troubles, wash away my pain with the rain in Shambhala. Wash away my sorrow, wash away my shame with the rain in Shambhala. Here we go. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
Everyone is helpful, everyone is kind on the road to Shambhala. Everyone is lucky, everyone is so kind on the road to Shambhala. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Here we go, you ready? How does your light shine in the halls of Shambhala? How does your light shine in the halls of Shambhala?
I could tell my sister by the flowers in her eyes on the road to Shambhala. I can tell my brother by the flowers in his eyes on the road to Shambhala. Here we go now.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
Here we go now.
How does your light shine in the halls of Shambhala? How does your light shine in the halls of Shambhala? How does your light shine in the halls of Shambhala? How does your light shine in the halls of Shambhala? Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
Thank you.
Bravo. I realized that the last time I sang that song, I was a soprano. Things change. Things change. Welcome, everyone, again. Yes, I'm going to be talking about Rascals on the Path. I'm very excited about this talk. It's part of a larger theme this month called Mystic Saints and Rascals. And it has to do with the spiritual path and how we are in it and how we are relating to it. And so, gosh, there's so much material. I was like, okay, I want to talk for an hour, but I won't. So let me explain. The actual title is Coyote Stories, Rascals on the Path. So let me explain that a little bit. So coyote in indigenous cultures is an archetype. I would call it an archetype that people invest in the role in order to break people free of places where they're stuck, not only spiritually, but also in the ways they're being in the world. For example, in one of the Southwestern cultures, Coyote people will break into someone's house that they know is committing some sort of domestic violence and act it out right in front of them. Bam, there it is. We're not hiding it anymore, right? And the same happens in spiritual circles with Coyote medicine. There's a energy that is designed to break through the egoic mind and illuminate in a vivid and fresh way the ultimate dimension, the ultimate beingness that we all swim in but forget. And so it's not just indigenous cultures that have this archetype as part of their sacred council. You can find it in Norse tradition with the trickster god Loki, the Hyoka, all kinds of people. And in the traditions that you and I may be more familiar with, they're everywhere. How many of you have read anything by Pema Chodron? Okay, well, her teacher was a total coyote, like broke every rule you could think of in order to break people free, or at least that's what he said. But that's the thing about coyote energy is you don't exactly know. You know, if you think about coyotes as animals, they're always kind of on the edge of things, right? And then they go in for a second, then they're out, you know, and that's kind of what they're known for. Well, the same is true spiritually, is we have these sacred people who really are rascals. That's their energy. They mix things up. They're deliberate in their disruption of our lives. And because of that, they're both incredibly appealing, but also scary. This is why, by the way, a lot of people, you don't have to raise your hand, but a lot of people are scared of clowns. Anybody? Because clowns are sort of the commercial version of coyote. You know, that you never know what a clown's going to do, you know, and especially when they come up to you, they sort of sidle up to you and you're like, oh no, things are going to go down now. And I didn't want them to pick me, right? And it's the same with the Rascal Saints, is things are going to go down and you may not be quite ready. But then again, you got picked. So maybe you are. So I wanted to bring you a couple of the stories from different Rascal Saints that I'm aware of that are really wonderful, and they're also scary. And then I'll tell you why it's important for you to know about this, because I'm not just telling you this for just fun, although that helps. See, I can get under your guard and then go, bam! Practicing to be a rascal. So one of the famous Rascal Saints from long ago was a person named Chang Su. And he was made famous because he was an enigma in China. This is where he's from. And he didn't conform. Of course, he's a rascal, right? So he didn't conform to the traditional way that things were unfolding spiritually. And he was constantly kind of throwing people off. And so this is a story from his life. One morning, Chang Su was sitting very sad by the side of his bed. His disciples had never seen him sad, and they asked him what had happened. And he said, well, I am in such trouble that I don't see how I will ever be able to solve it in this life or ever. Everyone was eager to know about the problem that Chang Su could not solve. He was one of the greatest philosophers, and whenever they came to him with great problems, he never said they couldn't be solved. He always had answers for every question. So what could be the problem? Chang Su said, well, the problem is, in the night, I dreamed that I had become a butterfly. And they all laughed. They said, well, it was just a dream. Where's the problem? And Chang Su said, well, you haven't heard the whole thing. Now I am wondering, perhaps the butterfly has gone to sleep and is dreaming that she has become Chang Su. Now, what is the truth? Did Chang Su become a butterfly in the dream? Or did the butterfly become Chang Su? Who am I? Right? And so it's like, wake up. That's the message of every Rascal Saint is wake up. Stop being only focused in the historical dimension of your busy, busy little lives. There's something bigger. There's something more that you can be encountering, but you have to break free of the habitual mindsets that keep reality very safe and structured. So he was just one, though. There's another one that I actually love very much. And I wrote it down here. You know, the thing about Rascal Saints is when you think of a saint, just a saint, often they've been whitewashed, right? I mean, they're perfect in their religious traditions. They don't really have much of a multifacet. They're just pure and they're kind and they're compassionate and they're loving and they're one with God and they're lovely. Don't get me wrong, and they make great statues, but you know, for a mere mortal like you and me, it's a little difficult to aspire to that because it's like, okay, well, but I'm not like that some of the time. Sometimes, but not all the time. So what do? So you become a Rascal Saint. So this is there's so many. I had to like parse it out because it's like, okay, I could tell you about Gurdjieff, great guy, really annoying, because that's one of the hallmarks is they're incredibly annoying. They design their teachings to embarrass and to disrupt on purpose, and so you never know what's going to happen, and almost always you don't like it, you know, and yet in that dislike and that disruption, there's a teaching. If you're awake enough, if we're awake enough to actually receive it. So this one, okay, this one is about Bodhidharma. And Bodhidharma was from India, and he was traveling into China. And you know, his fame in India had preceded him. And so the great emperor of the time came to the border to meet him. And that emperor had done great service to Buddhism. He'd made thousands and thousands of temples and thousands of monasteries, and he had thousands of scholars translating all the Buddhist texts from Pali into Chinese. He had put all his treasures in the service of Buddhism. He changed all of China to become Buddhist, and his name was Emperor Wu. And naturally, every Buddhist who had come before Bodhidharma to talk to the emperor had said, "You have earned great virtue. You will be born in the 7th lotus paradise, the highest paradise in Buddhist mythology. You have done such great work that there is no comparison." And Emperor Wu gracefully bowed down, touching his feet to Bodhidharma and said, "What is my virtue?" And Bodhidharma said, "None." The emperor was shocked. And he said, "But I have made so many temples, and I have made thousands of Buddhist statues, and I have fed thousands of Buddhist monks. I have changed the whole of China to Buddhism, and you say that my virtue is nil? Will I not be born into the 7th lotus paradise?" And Bodhidharma laughed and said, "You will be born in the 7th hell." These are rascals. The emperor had never seen such a man. He was accustomed to courtesy and grace. He was a great emperor. And this man is simply hitting him hard. And he asked Bodhidharma, "Why are you so hard on me?" And Bodhidharma said, "Because I love you. And whoever I love, I am hard on them. Otherwise, who cares?" Coyote. The people who have been telling you that you will be born in the 7th paradise don't love you. They don't understand you. They are simply cheating you because you are serving their purpose. They are giving you great promises to be fulfilled in the other world. I cannot give you any promise unless I see the transformation happening here and now. You may have made thousands of temples, but you are not a temple yet. And you may have made thousands of Buddha statues, but you are not a Buddha yet. And the seventh lotus paradise is not for statue makers. It is for those who have become a Buddha themselves. I can make you a Buddha, but I am going to be a hard man. You will have to forget completely that you are an emperor. With me, no nonsense can be tolerated. So you go back home and you think about it. This to the emperor, right? You go back home and you think about it. If you're ready, I'm ready. But don't be befooled by these so-called Buddhist monks who are good people, who are simple-hearted, who are not doing any harm to anybody, but they are not masters who transform, who create a new consciousness. And he said, I will wait outside the town. I will not enter your empire. You will have to enter mine. I will wait outside, and tomorrow morning at 4 o'clock, before the sun rises, if you have decided that you're ready to travel the path, whatever the consequences, you can come. Otherwise, I will move. Well, the whole night, the emperor had very little sleep. Whether to go with this man because he looked dangerous, and to go alone at 4 o'clock in the dark. And Bodhidharma had warned him, don't bring your guards or others because you will have to go alone on this path. Who knows, the man might be a little insane or something. Certainly he was dangerous. He was not the common run-of-the-mill saint, but his eyes, his gestures, although he was very rude, still behind his rudeness there was great compassion. And the king thought about it again and again all night long, to go or not to go. But he couldn't resist. He couldn't resist. He had to go. The man was irresistible. Fearing, trembling inside, still the emperor went to the temple. Bodhidharma was staying outside the boundary of his empire. Bodhidharma said, I knew you would come. I knew because although I was hard and rude and you were shocked, you were not angry. You were understanding. You were puzzled. You've never seen such a man, a very strange kind of saint. But I knew you would not be able to sleep. I also have not slept. I have been waiting for you. I was certain that you would come because whatever I had said was said with immense compassion and love. This man, Bodhidharma, had very few disciples. But whoever had the courage and the guts to be with this man was transformed. So that's the hallmark of rascal saints, is they're not your run-of-the-mill kind of folk. And so they don't attract a whole lot of people for very long. There's story after story after story, and you can research this yourself if you're fascinated like I am. But what does it have to do with you? And what does it have to do with Palm Sunday, which this happens to be Palm Sunday? And for those of you who are not of the Christian faith, you may not know the story of Jesus going into Jerusalem on a donkey, and he was revered, and the people were lining the way from where he was down into Jerusalem, and they were laying palm leaves down. That's why it's called Palm Sunday. And they were saying, Hosanna, Hosanna, the Messiah has come. They were so excited to see this incredible man. And a week later, they killed him, right? And that also is the hallmark of a rascal saint, if you think about it. You know, Coyote and all the Coyote stories, which I haven't given you any today, but they're all over the web. Coyote always dies and then is reborn. Sort of sounds like Jesus in a way. Forgive me if that offends you. Maybe I am a rascal. But I hope so. But let me tell you why I think Jesus is a rascal saint. Because not everybody would say that. You know, they've whitewashed him in every way you could think of. But if you read the writings from the times that he was alive, you start to see this other side if you're paying attention. So this is from one of the Gospels called Mark, and it's in the second chapter of Mark, and it has a couple of rascally things that I thought you might want to know about. because it really kind of brings Jesus into a different place that's much more human, but also much more transformative. So, you know, he had, I don't want to give you the whole story of how he began his ministry, so to speak. But so in this story, he's healing someone. He's healing someone who's been paralyzed for a long, long time. And he's become famous now. Rascals become famous, but then they get in trouble, you know, because they're always shaking things up, disrupting, right? So this paralyzed man wants to be healed by Jesus because he's heard through the grapevine that this is a great healer. So there's so many people that can't get the guy to where Jesus is. So Jesus says, okay, we'll take the roof off and lower him down. And so they do, and they lower this guy down on his mat. And this is what it says. They removed the roof, and they made an opening, and they let the pallet on which the paralytic lay. And when Jesus saw their faith, all the people, he said to the paralytic, my son, your sins are forgiven. Doesn't seem like a big deal, right? Except that you're not allowed to say that in Judaism unless you're of a certain ilk, we'll say. So it says, now some of the scribes were sitting there questioning in their hearts, why does this man speak thus? This is blasphemy. Who can forgive sins but God himself, right? So Jesus is like, no, your sins are forgiven. You know, come on. So Jesus says, why do you question this in your hearts? Which is easier to say to the paralytic, your sins are forgiven, or to say, rise, take up your pallet and walk? But that you may know that the Son of Man has authority on earth to forgive sins, he said to the paralytic, I say to you, rise, take up your bed and walk. And the man rose and went out immediately before them. And they were all amazed and glorified God, saying, we've never seen anything like this. And there's story after story after story of this, and I don't have time to tell them all, but in Mark are most of those stories. So to be around a rascal saint is to be disrupted. And rascal saints aren't just in human form. They can take the form of disruption in your life in different ways. And that's why I wanted to talk to you about this, because we've had some significant disruption in the last 2 years of every kind you could practically think of, right? From pandemics to social unrest to wars in different parts of the world. We've had it all. We've had people we love die. We've had circumstances beyond our control keep us trapped in our houses. We've had all kinds of stuff go on. A major, major disruption. And if you're like me, you didn't like it. Anybody? Anybody like it? You know, I had a couple of introverts right in the first couple of months of the pandemic go, I'm doing great. This is great. I don't have to talk to people. It's fantastic. I don't have to go online unless I want to, you know. But after the year turned into a second one, even the introverts were willing to admit that this was getting a little hard and not what they had planned. And for people like me, whose whole job is to be with people, it was a nightmare. It was a total disruption at every level of how I was working, how I was thinking, how I was being in the world. And maybe that was so for you. And so, you know, we did what we could. We handled it the way we handled it. We decided vaccine or no. We decided this or that. We went out anyway or we didn't. We walked in cemeteries. That was my strategy. They're all dead. They won't give it to me, you know. But disruption is important. It's important to pay attention to. Whether it's a diagnosis or a failure of a business or a pandemic that changes the way we get to be in the world, disruption is not to be ignored and dealt with like it's some sort of thing we just have to put away. No. Disruption came into your life and mine for a reason. Now, I'm not going to tell you what reason because I don't know for you. I know for me, Disruption was really important to wake me up to the magic of technology. Hello, live audience out there in virtual land. Disruption was important to me because it made me look deeply at what I was doing and what I was not doing, and what was important and what wasn't important. Disruption was important to me, and I'm really just speaking about myself. I don't know for you, I really don't. But for me, our planet is going to kill us if we don't stop doing the way we do things. For me, that's evident. It doesn't matter whether we think it's man-made or a cycle. We're not doing so good on the environmental scene, you know, and it made us all kind of go, huh, maybe we should change our ways. Now, not everybody did. I even struggle with that, but disruption is there for a reason, to make us think. Wake up, people. Wake up. Wake up in your own life. Wake up. What are you doing? What are you thinking? How are you living? Is this what you want? Is this how you want it to be for your life? No? Well, then why do you keep doing the same old, thinking the same old? Wake up. Wake up. That's the message of the Rascals, of disruption. And in the now very, very old texts of the science of mind and unity and other new thought traditions, the process of disruption was called chemicalization. They actually at one point removed that word and that whole concept because it was making people upset. It was scaring people. It was rascal in written form, and it was basically saying, look, if you're going to go on a spiritual path, you will be changed, and you will not like parts of it. You will lose friends who think you're crazy. You will make decisions that your parents don't agree with. You'll do all kinds of things that don't make any logical sense because you're seeing something spiritually that your friends can't see, that your parents can't see, that your children can't see. But you're seeing it. And you're making decisions from that place. And so what's going to happen to you is your whole life's going to get disrupted. You're going to be not liked. You're going to be criticized. You're going to be told you're wrong. That's what's going to happen to you. Are you ready for it? And a lot of people went, let's just take that out of the textbook. They don't need to know that might happen. Might. It will happen. But the good news about chemicalization, about disruption, is it's not chaotic. It's there for a reason. And as we are willing to be in it and ask for the teaching, something incredible begins to happen inside of us. We reach a new understanding. It's as simple as that. And it's as though all the disruption was there for the purpose of allowing us to blossom into a new way of being. We woke up. If ever so briefly, in one little section, we woke up enough to go, whoa, wait a minute. I want to do it this way. So where are you? Where are you? We're coming at some future point to the end of how we've been dealing with the pandemic. The disruption is now kind of like semi-controlled in certain ways. But have you received the teaching? Do you know what was there for you? Did you lose friends? Disruption. Did you have to go out and do things in a different way? Disruption. It's there, and the teaching's there, but we're the only ones that can discern it. So I'm going to do a prayer for discernment just on the off chance that maybe Coyote has been visiting you all this time, and you just didn't realize what was going on. And now you do. So join me in this prayer, and we'll close. Here and now, I know the way that I can get when disruption comes to my door. I can get tense, stressed, anxious. I can get angry. I can get judgmental. I can push it away and pretend it's not there. Play video games all night. Dive into books. Eat and eat and eat. I can do all kinds of maneuvers. But here and now in this prayer, instead, I stop. I turn to the indwelling spirit that is above all things, love. And I contemplate and accept that disruption in my life, no matter what it looks like on the outside, is an opportunity to awaken, provided by love itself in the distressing form of outer circumstance. And it is absolutely my intention in this prayer to accept the wake-up call, to open to teachings that come not only in easy ways and beautiful ways, but in ways that I don't like, so that I can wake up in my life, so that I can live cleanly and purely after my truest self, so that I can move forward on the spiritual path and free myself of the old habit energies that might keep me bound in ways that are no longer appropriate, like trying to keep myself stuffed into a shell that I've outgrown. I'm open to the teachings, and I'm also open to having those teachings come with a measure of grace, with a measure of ease, with such an awakened mind and heart that even the most difficult circumstances that present themselves, I am grounded in spirit. And so I see it, I recognize it, and I take the teaching with a minimum of suffering. This prayer is for me, but it's a prayer that I have for everyone listening, that we can move on the spiritual path, growing, waking up, becoming more and more of who we truly are, and allowing even the difficult to be a way of opening. So for all these openings, I give thanks. For my own willingness to accept them as teachers, I give thanks. For grace and ease in the teachings, I give thanks. It's a human wish, but I give thanks. Will you say with me, and so it is. Thank you. That was so fun. Thank you. Okay, we're going to invite the ushers to prepare for the offertory. And if you would be able to give a donation to our center, we deeply, deeply appreciate it and would love to receive that. We're in the middle of some amazing growth, and growth sometimes has a cost. So we're grateful for every dollar. All right, come on forward and let's hear from you guys.
Thank you. Beautiful. I don't know how you do it, but Andrea, you have ESP, because every single time you have a message, I feel like it's just to me. How many people feel that? Right? There's a lot of us out there.
Yeah.
She knew all about what I'm going through.
I know.
I don't know how you do it.
Amazing.
I just want to thank you for all you give to me. I just want to thank you. Your love has set me free. I just want to thank you for all you give to me. I just want to thank you. Your love has set me free. I just want to thank you for all you give, for all you give. I just want to thank you. Your love has set me free. Your love has set me free. Your love has set me free.
Whoa. So we're starting something new today. It won't happen every single Sunday, but Zina has agreed to take over the announcements for me because when I give talks, I'm sort of in this space, and then when I tell you about announcements, I have to kind of quickly package myself into now. So she's going to do it for me.
Thank you, everybody. My name is Reverend Zina Kacha, and I'm here to give some announcements about happenings and events at the center. Bam! And before I do that, wow, what a talk, right? How about the music? Yeah. Thank you to all of you who are viewing online. I'll be very brief because there are quite a bit of things happening. We're coming back together, as you know. So anything you might miss or want more information about, please do visit our website at csl-bellingham.org. So we're starting out with a couple of different things, and I'm going to start out with the Gratitude Fridays. So the gratitude practices is changing, and it's going to be meeting once a week on Fridays. The first gratitude practice will be this Friday, April 15th at 8:45 p.m. We hope to see you there. You can find the link on the website homepage and go there a couple of minutes before 8:45 and zoom in and enjoy some gratitude practice with people supporting you. Men's group meets today. It's an integrated offering, so we have it by Zoom and or in the classroom here in the back of the sanctuary. That is facilitated by Phil Flores, who's one of our wonderful practitioners here. And this group is a perfect place to come together for men and people who identify as men and have that support and consciousness in knowing that there is a supportive place and a supportive essence of God within each of us in this atmosphere. 12 noon in there, or the Zoom link online at our homepage. Please join Philip. No women's group meeting this month. This month's women's group regular meeting coincides with Easter. So they're going to be postponing and reconvening next month on Sunday, May 15th. We're going to be eating instead of meeting for that day. So I hope you all enjoy some Easter and come here and enjoy it with us as well. Now, this is something really important because we're getting down to the wire. So we have the Vote for Laundry Love. Okay, this campaign has been going on for a while, and it's an opportunity for the center to be awarded moolah, money. Okay, but we need you to do that. So what is happening is we're going to ask you to go to www.byicares.com, and there you can find the nonprofit link. You go ahead and register. An email will come to you, and you will click that link and choose CSL Bellingham as the best nonprofit in the whole entire world. And you'll go ahead and do that. So you're going to have Spiritual Living Bellingham Laundry Love. And this is so important because of three things. First prize, $2,000. Second prize, $1,000. Third prize, $500. We're in fourth place right now. Come on, let's get this thing done. Super exciting. Another indication that we're all coming together again is our CSL drumming circle. It's back. Doesn't matter what kind of experience you have, drumming or not, percussions or not, you're more than welcome to come and attend this really wonderful, joyous, noise-making, raising spirits together. It starts Wednesday, April 13th from 7 to 8 p.m. right here in the sanctuary. A very exciting thing, our household scientist, Kathy Angel, she's our in-house scientist, is honoring Earth Day, which is really her call to life, is really being cognizant about the environment. And she's doing something wonderful for us, which is the Simpson Reserve hike. I'll be there. Anybody else? Good, all of you. All right, we'll see you there. Saturday, April 30th from 10 to noon. Now, I want to just say a couple of things about this, just for whether or not you, well, you need to know this. It's 3.2 miles, so if you're good with that, consider it a moderate hike. But you're going to wind through dense forests, moss-covered trees, wetlands, and fields and ferns. She recommends you wear some sturdy shoes, okay, and bring water. There's a restroom there, and the trailhead meeting also is 2026 Lake Louise Road, Bellingham. Again, everything can be found on our website, csl-bellingham.org. Exciting stuff here, Gourmets for Good. I know we have a lot of people here who either are hosting an event and food sourcing everything, or we're all going to bid high and bid often. Next, hold on now, what date is that? The 24th. So April 24th, the Gourmet for Goods has 14 offerings. I know, right? That's you guys. So please do keep this in mind, that we are going to begin the bidding for a place to enjoy food and a experience. And it's going to be April 24th. You need a bidding number to participate. And those are going to be made available beginning April 24th. So again, bid high, bid often, come enjoy. Let's commune together and break bread. I love it. Okay, let's see here. The personal blossoming ceremony. Oh yeah, this is Easter's my favorite time of the year. So we're going to obviously have Sunday service here on April 17th at 10:30 a.m. And this is such a beautiful tradition here at the center. The personal blossoming ceremony. It's very simple, but has come to develop great deep meaning for the community. It's sharing of this new springing forward, allowing ourselves to blossom like the nature's blossoming for us, popping all over out there, isn't it? So please come and join us. Just a couple of closing statements here is that we have the Earth Stewards, and they invite you to beach cleanup. I did the last one. It was really, you feel like you're doing something for the environment. So I welcome you to come and join Birch Bay State Park, April 22nd from 12 to 2 p.m. It's a, like I said, it's a really, you feel like you're picking up trash, but you're actually loving Mother Nature. And so it feels nice. So CSL Spiritual Practices, this is, I promise the end. CSL Spiritual Practices, start your day with our spiritual practice, which starts at 7 a.m. Again, the Zoom link is on our website. You can go in a couple minutes before 7 a.m. and one of our practitioners will be there to hold space and to pray for a beautiful day to unfold. And it's such a great environment to just be with community and see the people and the wonderful faces and smiles that we all have here. Okay. Yeah, it's harder than the legs. Okay, Course in Miracles, Woodside Sangha, Deep Peace Meditation. All can be found, csl-bellingham.org. Go out and enjoy your day, and thank you very much for your attention.
Wow, best announcements ever. Please stand and sing our last song with us.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me know love is all around.
Let me know that love is all around.
Oh, let me know love is all around.
Let me know that love is all around.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Let me live right. Have a great week, everybody. Thank you to Cheryl Hodge. Woohoo!